Michael Jordan with the second of his 3 dunks in the semifinals.
It's nothing new, but again, it's spectacular and it's in front of the home crowd.
Obviously, the judges are pretty tough this year.
They're tough and relatively consistent thus far. Compared to his 50, that might be a 48. That sounds pretty good.
Well, when you look at it again, and this is the one that got everybody juiced up a year ago, it looks just as good and looks like a 50 to me.
It sure does, Steve. I'll tell you.
Now, that's the one he calls the kiss the rim because he takes his face right up to the rim, ducks it under, and then windmills. He said previous to this that he was going to add a twist to that dunk for the competition today. Let's see if he advances, and I think he probably will. If he advances, if he brings it up in the finals.
I got to come up with something to excite the crowd and the judges.
And he's changing his mind coming to the other side of the court now, so obviously he's going to try something different.
Talking to the crowd.
He's got to come up with some sort of 360 in power, and he's going for off the window.
That was impressive. He banked it from the left side, dunked it from the right.
That was safe, but I don't think it was good enough or dramatic enough for him to get past Jordan or Wilkins. Wanted to make sure he got something in, and at this point, if he would have been able to maybe turn some way in midair and catch it and throw it in, I think he'd have gotten a big score.
Sure, throw it up there, Steve. Catch it through a 316, fire it through. Something we used to do all the time, right?
A 42 for Clyde Drexler. So Drexler with a 42 on his first dunk in this round. Drexler had a 45, so that's an 87 thus far. There are 3 dunks in this semifinal round. Now, here comes Dominique Wilkins, who was disappointed. He was disappointed, and the judge has given him a 49 on his first dunk.
Here's a 360.
Oh, what a great shot from the lunar cam, too. That's right, that camera right above the rim.
Well, the heat is on, Rick. With that one, the judges are going to have to respond with their good scores. We look at the Lumicam up top, and that ought to give us a real good view of just how tough and powerful Dominique Wilkins is.
47. Oh, he got a 47. He's not going to be happy with that score. 49 the first, 47 on this one. I disagree.
Well, now I'll tell you, see, he put a little flare after he put the dunk through, but when he went up, he makes the spin move, goes up nice and straight, holds it on his hair, didn't do anything spectacular with the arms. He didn't put as much flair as he normally does into his dunk, Steve. So I would think that score was more indicative of what he had performed as opposed to the last one, which he deserved the 50 on.
Well, that's going to put him into the championship round with Jordan.
They get one more dunk.
Well, he's got to make sure he just makes the next one. I think the other competitors have basically almost eliminated themselves. Unless Dominique were to miss 2 of them, he should go in. Same with Michael.
Jordan has 98 points. Wilkins 96. Drexler 87. Smith 67. Virtually eliminated. That may have closed the door. Well, that was the semifinal round. They got 3 dunks each.
That was the same dunk he had just missed, and he made a slight adjustment. And you get a look high above.
Now you saw him throw his arm down into. He was making sure he didn't miss that one. Watch the right hand now. Up high, his hand is there. He ducks out of the way. Now watch him throw it down in through. Now I tell you, I think 47 is a tough score. That was a very impressive dunk. I think the judges might be affected by the fact he missed, but they're not supposed to be.
145 is his total for the 3 dunks.
He had his whole arm in there, Rick.
He did. He definitely had to duck his head out of the way of the rim.
And that's the twist he was talking about putting on that kiss the rim. In other words, take his head up. He normally just went in and windmilled it from the side. This way he went past the hoop and reversed it. That's the twist. Needs a 49 to tie Jordan.
Started in front and finished on the other side, and we'll see how the judges like it, if that's enough to push him past Drexler.
I think he was just making sure that he got a good enough score to make it into the finals. He really was in a good position. Here you see him bring it up. And again, the double clutch down, back up, and over and through. And this is, again, the flair that he has. As he goes up, he's high, all the way back down on the clutch move, past the basket, and then brings it back to the two-hander over the head. Not your routine two-hand over-the-hand dunk shot. A little more flair.
He does get a 47 to give him 143 for the semifinal round. So the 2 finalists will be previous champions, the defending champion Michael Jordan with 145 points in the semifinal round, and Dominique Wilkins with 143 points in the semifinals. And this is what the crowd's been waiting for. The championship round. There will be a coin flip to determine Who goes first? Here's the Slam Dunk Championship. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. And I ask you fellas if you thought Jordan should let him go first or not.
Well, I think that Jordan probably did the right thing. He's going to put the pressure on Wilkins.
And Dominique is going to give a little running start to this one. Not much, though.
From high above the rim. High above the rim.
Well out in front. I think that that's the key, as well as the height, how far out in front he caught it when he's able to hammer it home. And again, he makes it look like it's routine, but watch, look how far away he is. That's a great start for Dominique.
He was still going up when he caught it.
Right, and he stayed up for so long, took off from just inside the bottom of that circle, and was able to throw it through with authority as he tossed it up from the top of the key. We'll watch one more time. Here he is from the top of the key, the perfect toss, the perfect timing, and look at he stay up, and throws it through with power.
And the perfect score of 50 on that dunk from Dominique Wilkins, now the defending champion.
Well, now Jordan does have his first taste of pressure in the slam dunk competition.
I'm predicting a 50 on that.
Be hard not to give him 50 on that one, Steve. That was impressive. That time he did the two-hander double clutch, as he did look like the kiss the rim type of dunk he done before.
He got a 50.
Well, we're still even as Jordan goes up and takes it way down and then hammers it home over the top. And you'll see from way up high just how difficult it is. And we'll see the Dominique Wilkins reaction.
He looks like a heavyweight fighter who's just taken a roundhouse right, and now he's going to set to throw another one.
Final round, Dominique Wilkins.
So that's the second 50 of the day for Michael Jordan, but remember the scores from previous rounds don't advance. This is the championship. Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan. That rattled the floor.
Like 45 being shot someplace. That one exploded at the bottom of the net.
And that even has the Chicago fans humming because the power that Dominique has. He has more power than any dunker that I've seen play this game, with the creativity also going along with it. Here he comes up in the air. Look at the legs, look at the arms, the windmill, and power. He almost lost it. Let's check the judges out after he hit that one.
Ooh, they were impressed enough to give him a 50, his second 50. In the three-dunk championship competition. There is a dunk-off in case there's a tie, a sudden dunk.
Well, you know what he's telling Greg Anderson? Yeah, that'll get some heat on him now. We're gonna see what the judges will do now.
Jordan for his second, at 50 on the first. Oh, look what's going through his mind. He said earlier, sometimes he doesn't decide until he's in the air. Looked like a figure 8 with the double clutch.
This is much like a heavyweight championship crowd, you know, and they are trading big, heavy right punches. Jordan took a long time to think about this, knowing he had to get the judges' attention.
47 was awarded on that dunk.
Oh, that is some great creativity. And you notice he's going with the two-hander, Steve, to get a little more power as we watch the reaction of Dominique Wilkins as Michael went in for the dunk. And he just waits to see what the score is. There's another look at that dunk. Now watch when he takes off. Look at the way he moves the ball from the right down low to the left, two hands, and throws it through with authority.
These judges are going to need the National Guard to get out of Chicago Stadium.
Yeah, it's a hostile, ugly crowd now.
Well, Dominique only needs to come up with a great dunk here. If he gets a 49 or a 48, 49, he can't lose, or 48. I guarantee you he will not get 50 on this dunk. Guarantee.
A two-handed windmill, and the judges are going through, their entire lives are flashing in front of their eyes.
47, Michael gets a 50, and it's a dunk off.
Well, we watched Dominique Wilkins come in, and again, with the power and authority, low with two hands.
And the judges have awarded Dominique Wilkins a 45.
That's incredible.
Could we call it a make good?
I mean, that's a two-hand windmill with authority from the sideline. Let's watch this one again. Here he comes, takes off, two hands up, down, around, and through with two hands.
Now for Michael Jordan, here's the story. Wilkins finishes with 145. Michael Jordan needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win.
Hey, you don't think the crowd has some influence on the judges on that last dunk?
Well, they're on their feet here at Chicago Stadium. Here's another guy that relishes the challenge and pressure. But again, creativity and imagination is the key. Plus, he's got to make the dunk.
He needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win. The defending slam dunk champion, Michael Jordan. If he were to win this, he'd be the only two-time winner in the 4-year slam dunk competition. Larry Nance won it, Dominique, Spud Webb, Jordan, and Michael is backing all the way to the middle of the backcourt. Now he's going to the baseline. Well, the crowd lets you know what they think of it. Now we will wait for the judges. A 48 ties, a 49 wins.
Michael Jordan scored 50.
They gave him a 50. They gave Jordan a 50. He defends his championship.
And he took off further inside than he did the last time, but it's still a spectacular dunk. It's certainly deserving of the high score that he received, Steve. But Dominique Wilkins got the short end of a very impressive dunk.
Consistent judging all day until the last two dunks prior to this, the 47th and the 45th.
Note was passed down to the judges.